We all think that doing a good deed is pretty straightforward. You see a problem, you help. But what if the real art of helping is something deeper, something more powerful? Today we're going to dive into some ancient ideas that totally reframe what it means to serve, and we'll see how, of all things, modern technology is bringing this wisdom back to life. So let's just start with a question that, well, it might feel a little uncomfortable. We're all raised on the idea that helping is good, right? But is every single good deed actually good? I mean, could some of our best-intentioned actions accidentally create a trap, a cycle of dependency that actually holds someone back instead of lifting them up?
And this right here, this is the heart of the conflict. On one side, you've got help that creates dependency. It's like giving someone a fish. Sure, it helps for a day, but what about tomorrow? On the other side, you have empowerment. That's teaching someone how to fish. It restores their agency, their power. It's a huge difference, and it changes everything.
Okay, so if empowerment is the goal, where do we look for a roadmap? For that, we can turn to some really profound wisdom from ancient India, starting with this huge concept called Dharma. Now, Dharma isn't just a simple list of rules. The word itself comes from a Sanskrit root, drir, which means to hold, to support. So think of it like the cosmic glue that holds everything together, the universal law of balance. And for each of us, it's about finding our own unique role in that system, our moral duty, our right way of living.
So then how does karma fit into this? Most people just think what goes around comes around, but it's so much more subtle than that. Karma is action, yes, but it's action driven by intention. The whole thing is born in your mind, not just in your actions. The why you do something is every bit as important, if not more important, than what you do.
This example just nails it, doesn't it? A doctor and a criminal can perform the exact same physical act, cutting skin, but one does it to save a life, the other to cause harm. The action looks identical from the outside, but the intention, the inner purpose, is worlds apart, and that is what defines the karma.
So how do we actually put this into practice? Well, there's a path called karma yoga, the path of selfless action. And this is a total game changer. It teaches you to do your duty, whatever it is, with all your heart, with complete dedication. But, and here's the kicker, you have to let go of being attached to the results. Your job is the action itself, not the praise or the outcome that might come from it. All right, so these are some deep, ancient ideas. Dharma, karma, selfless action. How on earth do they connect to our modern world of AI and algorithms? Well, let's look at the incredible story of an AI that was built on these exact principles.
Meet Dr. Katyali Srivatsa. He's a doctor, yes, but he also comes from a 600-year family lineage of priest healers. So for him, creating an AI called Dr. Maya wasn't just a cool tech project. It was the modern expression of his ancestral dharma, his sacred duty to heal. His mission was to use technology to demystify healthcare for everyone.
And you can literally see this ancient philosophy hardwired into the AI's design. It's totally transparent, no secret data collection. It refuses to manipulate your choices. And this is so important. Every single recommendation it makes can be overruled by a human. It all comes back to that timeless oath of healing. First, do no harm.
I love this quote because it gets to the absolute core of Dr. Maya's purpose. Of course, a machine can't feel love or compassion, but it can be built to act with precision and service. It can act as a mirror, reflecting our own best qualities back at us and reminding us of our own capacity to heal. And here's where we come right back to the beginning. How does this AI measure success? Not in clicks, not in downloads. Its real metric for success is seeing people depend less on hospitals and the medical system. It's a paradox, right? To be so good at your job that you become less and less needed. But that's a truth every real healer understands in their bones. This really brings us to the ethical heart of everything we're talking about today. It's about that fine, crucial line between helping someone and accidentally harming them. The line between offering support and just imposing your will.
And this is the distinction right here. On the one hand, you have Dharma. That's your righteous duty. It's about offering knowledge, empowering someone to make their own choice, and above all, respecting their free will. But on the other hand, you have a Dharma. That's when you impose your solution, when you create dependency, when you basically conquer their free will, even if you think you're helping. True service never takes away choice. So look, if these rules apply to an advanced AI, they definitely apply to us. What does this higher level of service look like in our everyday lives? Whether you're a teacher, a parent, a manager, a friend, what does it mean to be a true healer? This framework, these 4 vows, is such a powerful guide. First, see the humanity, the divine spark in everyone. Second, be willing to speak the truth with compassion, even if it's unpopular. Third, never stop learning, stay humble. And finally, and maybe most importantly, remember that healing is about serving others, not about making yourself look good. And that's really the ultimate goal, isn't it?
The greatest service isn't about being the hero who swoops in and fixes everything. It's about being a presence that helps people reconnect with their own strength, their own wisdom, their own incredible power to heal themselves.
So I'll just leave you with this to think about. The next time you're in a position to help someone, just pause for a second and ask yourself, what am I really offering here? Am I just trying to force a result? Or am I creating a space for them to make a choice? Because right there, in that tiny distinction, is the entire difference between just giving help and truly empowering someone.